After finally unlocking tier 90 necromancy gear and getting my necromancy Zuck cape, I was finally ready for PvM. To start off, I did some Rise of the Six. This is essentially an upgraded Barrows, usually done in teams of 2 to 4. At the end of each kill, the tunnel collapses and the team has to run out. I don't think it's possible to tele out, so it's a matter of taking damage until death or leaving. As for the kill itself, there are 2 paths. Each of them have 3 Barrows brothers on them. In a team of 4, we are split 2 and 2. I am the southern/eastern path, which means Carol's, Aram's, and 2 Rags is on our side. Some kills are very quick and smooth, and some are very questionable and we nearly die. It all comes down to how fast the monsters are dying. If Carol's dies ASAP, the kill is basically guaranteed quick. When the whole side is dead, all we can do is wait for the other side. If they take too long, the brothers will respawn. At that point, I don't know what happens. I think all 4 of us for the most part are pretty newbie, so our kills I would say are about 40 to 50 seconds. Ooh, a Vengeful Kite Shield. That is plus 200 league points, which is great for the league point count. Rots was kind of hard to grind, because each kill uses 1 Barrows totem, which is a drop from Barrows, and obviously since everyone is an Iron Man, it's somewhat hard to get a long-term team, as someone had to have grinded Barrows for the totems. Forgive me as my clips are extremely out of order since I'm so far behind, but I also sent some Nex. Nex in RS3 is meant to be soloed, because if we try doing it with a team as an Iron Man, only 1 person would get the drop. It's not worth it. Nex is very similar to OSRS, there's still 5 phases, we do 20% of damage and then kill the minions, all that good stuff. Damage is not really a concern for 99% of the kill, as we just soul split to out heal. All that being said, there is still one concerning mechanic in solo, the ice phase and the ice prison. The only possible way to block damage in an ice prison in solos is using a defensive ability, Barricade. The problem is it takes 100% adrenaline. It might have been smart to camp 100%, but I'm not sure if this is only a Leagues thing. I decided to try to DPS this phase as quick as possible so that we can move on. Because of trying to use big DPS, I was using my adrenaline, which meant I could not barricade when I got ice prisoned. That means every single ice prison, I just eat 8,000 damage from the prison and hope that Nex doesn't kill me in the same hit. With enough DPS and done right, we only have to tank 1 per kill, which isn't really the worst. That is 50 million Necromancy XP. I also sent some Araxxor, which I have never done in RS3 before, and it is a completely different boss than OSRS. There are 3 paths and only 2 open at a time. At the time of this clip when I was learning, it was top and bottom open. I decided to learn on the bottom path. Once the web is burned down, we start P2, which is different depending on which path we go. Bottom path is darkness, which means we have to stay in the light when our screen goes dark, and wait for Araxxor to charge at us. When Araxxor charges at us, we dodge him accordingly to the way he swipes, and he will break the wall, opening up P3. P3 is when Araxxor finally gets hard in this game, because of the Mirrorback Spider. The Mirrorback is a minion that Araxxor sometimes spawns, and while it is spawned, 100% or more of the damage dealt to Araxxor is reflected back to yourself, likely causing death. It is essential to notice this spider spawn ASAP and kill it immediately. I should have death marked here so that it would be dead, but because I forgot and Araxxor started spawning minions, I had to watch out for the Mirrorback. I don't see the Mirrorback. Never mind, I'm dead. My second attempt, I was a bit more prepared. Not only was I going to be extra careful with the Mirrorback, but I was also going to simply not get one. I remembered Deathmark and I had a good DPS rotation. My plan this time was to kill Araxxor before he spawns spiders. I just barely made it, but he was indeed dead before the Mirrorback. Now it was time for P4. P4 Araxxor almost instantly spawned spiders, and the mirrorback legit spawned under a different spider. Thankfully, I at least noticed the reflection damage on myself, and before completely nuking myself, I got the mirror back. There we go, my first ever Araxxor kill. Oh, I got a Fang! The Fang is one of the pieces needed to create a Noxious Scythe, which is a 200 point task. So that means we get to do more Araxxor, we get to get league points, everyone wins. Following that Araxxor kill, before doing more, I followed my original plan of just completing more bosses and exploring the game. I had a team ready and we did some elite dungeons, or EDs. EDs are in my opinion the equivalent of an OSRS raid, where we go through a dungeon, kill some bosses, and get loot at the end. The current one we are running is the third ED, or ED3. The first boss in it out of 3 is the Leviathan. These dungeons can be soloed, and when you're good, especially in the main game, it is meta for farming items. The HP of the bosses are not scaled with more people, and with leagues being 6-time drop rates, plus having KC tasks to complete the dungeon 25 times, I figured it would be best to run in trios for the fastest kill times. That Leviathan KC got me a CA, which rewarded me with medium tier. This was huge, no more KC needed for God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses, which was quite nice. We also tried ED2 in a duo, where the final boss is a black stone dragon. This has to be almost dead, right? Oh, I'm almost dead. I am dead. Oh my god. I don't know why I died there, but ouch. Let's take a small little skilling break from all that PVM we've been doing, as I do still plan on maxing. I finally got around to training some Hunter. We did some early levels through early gigs, which is as simple as we command a crocodile to catch scarabs for Hunter XP. While waiting for the crocodile to catch the scarabs, we can get some 0-time fletching XP done. There is 80 Hunter, 97 fletching. I got all the way to 87 Hunter on my grind of finishing 99 fletching. I continued early gigs until 94 Hunter, which also got me 101 fletching, another skill that goes to 110. After 94 though, I wanted to try a different method that I have never done before. It might not have been faster, but it was fun to learn and there is a league task behind it. In Anachronia, there is a hunter method / minigame called Big Game Hunter. It is about hunting dinosaurs, which, as you could imagine, are big. The idea is that we have to run around the arena setting up 3 traps to shoot it dead. And for once, there is a true tile on the dinosaur, with a radius that we cannot stand in for 10 ticks, otherwise we will be caught. Once all the traps are set up, there's a little cutscene that is skippable, where the dinosaur gets lured into the bait and killed, just like the old days. Finally, it is time for the fat XP drop. I have Hunter Brawlers, which give me 50% bonus XP per XP drop that I get. They do degrade, but because Big Game Hunter is known for giving fat XP drops due to taking a while to hunt each dinosaur, these brawlers will essentially last the entire league. Think of hunting 500 whole dinosaurs. That 370k XP drop wasn't even all of it. There are 3 tiers of dinosaurs, and this is currently the 2nd tier. Each dinosaur uses the prior dinosaur's meat as bait, so we have to start from tier 1 and then work our way to tier 3. In case that's not clear, the loot that we are currently getting from these tier 2 dinosaurs is used as bait for tier 3. Here we go, I finally made it to the 3rd tier of dinosaurs and we are about to see a fat XP drop. 600k XP drop, okay! Those exact brawlers that I've been using for Hunter, I also have for Agility. The Agility ones are also insane. Same reason as Hunter, I can equip them only on the last obstacle of the lap to get a 50% bonus XP for the lap XP drop. This course, the Anachronia Agility course, which is meta from level 80 to 99, is a 6-minute long course. meaning 1 charge per 6 minutes, which as you can guess, will last the entire league. Here we go, 1 full lap, plus 430k agility XP with the rollers, and 90 agility. Our fire making method is quite fast, it is called curly roots. We chop the curly roots in this layer, and normally we would burn them on a fire for fire making XP, but there is a certain spell that auto burns logs as we get them for full XP, which makes this method very quick. 25k fire making XP per root that we chop. 96 fire making. We get a very small amount of woodcut XP per chop as well, but it was enough to finish off 99 woodcutting. Lastly, we slowly have to work towards 99 Runecraft, and the method is to do ZMI. Presets are really good in this game, especially for Runecraft, as they autofill our pouches, so we literally just have to load the preset at the bank and go to the altar. No right or left clicking pouches or anything. We have a medium clue scroll which teleports us right to the ladder before ZMI for faster laps. If you remember, our clue relic teleports us to every clue step we have, and mediums have a step right outside ZMI. The funny thing is, despite all of this, the simple QOL of automatically using a rune to bank does not exist in this game. We have to select each time. There is 92 Runecraft. I went back to PVM for a bit, and my new favorite boss, Araxxor. In the first phase, there are 3 paths, 2 open without hard CAs. In order to create our scythe, we need 3 leg pieces, top, middle, and bottom. As you can guess, we went the top path, which means we are hoping for a top leg piece. The top path is mechanically different from the bottom. Rather than there being darkness where we just have to wait for Araxxor to charge at us, in the top path, Araxxor just spawns minions. Specifically, a mirror back can happen here, so we do have to be careful. Other than that, we just DPS. P4 is exactly the same, again, just have to be careful of the mirror back. As we kill Araxxor more and more, her enrage percentage goes up, capping at 300%. This enrage does not give us a better drop rate, it just makes Araxxor hit harder, making it a harder boss to grind. The enrage resets once per day, but grinding at 300% is definitely viable nowadays, as this is an 11-year-old boss. Our first 100% enrage Araxxor kill.
Yes! Spider leg top! Ooh, let's go! Defeat Araxxor at 200% enrage. Oh my god, I got 120 necromancy from that!
Plus 400 points there for max combat too. Wilderness events were pretty much my method for training all the way to 99 magic alongside some other combat skills, as each one gave a 1 mil combat XP lamp. When that event ended, I got my XP lamp, which was 99 magic completed. Archaeology training is mostly digging up artifacts that are very slow XP, and then getting fat XP drops when repairing. The digging part is AFK, and we did some of it for a couple hours, and now we get to use all of our essentially stored XP. That one inventory of artifacts got us just short of 96 archaeology. When turning in repaired artifacts, there's a currency called chronotes that we get. These chronotes can be used to charge relics, or research at a table to unlock certain things, or in this case, just straight up give us XP and supplies. Research can take 24 hours, meaning we would start it at this table and come back in 24 hours and it would be done. Because it is leagues, we have a way to bypass that. Runecraft goes to level 110 in this game, and at level 100 we can make a new rune called a time rune. We are not level 100 Runecraft yet, but we got some time runes from doing ZMI, even if not a large amount. These time runes can be used to cast a spell called Time Skip, which allows us to fast forward time, in this case for archaeology research, aka 24 hours, and instantly be able to loot it. This has a cooldown of 3 times per week in the main game, but in leagues at tier 7, there is no cooldown and it can be spammed. This allows us to instantly loot 24 hours of archaeology research at 16 times XP, aka 1.4 mil XP instantly as many times as we want. We are limited due to our amount of chronotes though, but at the very least, this was enough for 99. Well, 100, close enough. Construction can be trained normally the same way as OSRS, but there is an easier way at Fort 4 and 3. All logs can be turned into planks, and we had a lot of magic logs from PVM that I wanted to use. So I spent about 45 minutes turning them into planks, then into refined planks, and then into magic frames. Magic frames were the thing that we needed. Once we had enough magic frames, we can finally rebuild the fort, giving us insane construction XP. I prefer to use this as one of my AFK methods, as I would just click the construction building site once and then go AFK for 15 minutes, and it would mostly be built by the time I got back. The XP is still nuts when building. Even more nuts though is when it's done building. A nice little 700k XP drop, totaling about 2.3 mil XP per build. I was getting extremely close to max at this point, and I didn't get to lamp all of 99 strength, so a crystal halberd is my AoE melee weapon, and aggro pots at Abbey Demons. This is about 8 mil strength XP per hour without the melee relic. There is 98 strength. My apologies as my clips got a bit out of order again, but when I finished 99 RC, I went straight to 100 to wrap up the time runes requirement, as they will be used for post-max activities as well. 99 fishing was absolutely not fast, but I did get to AFK pretty much the entire 99. Remember how I stopped strength at level 98? Well, there was a reason for that. It is now time. The Woodley event is done, the final XP lamp, 99 strength, the last 99. That is max cape completed. This finally gave us access to the Max Guild, which was huge. The Max Guild was a one-click teleport that is right next to a bank, pretty much a craft cape in OSRS, but there's also a GE in it that we can't use because it is leaks. There's also a bossing portal here, which is not that different from War's Retreat, but it at least feels cooler to use. And so, this seems like a good point to end today's video. I have 12k points to go until Dragon, and if you remember, I did all of that PVM today with tier 90 gear, not even best in slot. Next time, now that we are maxed, we will be killing Raciel, the necromancy boss, to get our tier 95. TY for watching everybody, and I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.